Hey guys, what's up? It's Apollo. I hope everyone is doing well. Tomorrow we are starting the new season of Tug of War. That's right, guys. Game 1 coming out on Monday. I believe we're going to stick to that schedule and release a new battle every Monday. We might change it up, who knows. But for today, we're going to do the rules. We're going to go over the rules. Now, maybe you've already seen Season 1 of Tug of War. If you haven't, please go watch it. It's very fun. And most of you guys enjoyed it. But today we're gonna talk about the rules for season 2, and they're pretty much the same for season 1. But there's a couple new rules that will make Tug of War a little bit more interesting. So let's just go ahead and get started. So here's the general overview of Tug of War. Basically, it's a mix of online battles and campaign and RPG, where we both start off in the center, as you can tell on the screen right now. We have a fair battle on an even plane. We have the same amount of money. And we start off with really cheap troops. We can only use 5 upgrades, and you can only upgrade the cheapest troops. We'll go into that with more detail. But basically, we fight, and every round we fight for money, and whoever wins gets all of that money, and whoever loses gets half of that money. Then the loser gets pushed back, kind of like representing them getting pushed back into their own territory. Kind of like the middle battle is kind of like the border of two nations clashing. Then the loser gets pushed back. So let's say, for example, Jackie Fish beats me. He pushes me back. I now defend a castle. So it kind of represents me being on the defense and him being on the attack. So I believe what we're going to do for that is whenever you're attacking a castle, you get 1,000 extra gold to try to make it more fair, a little bit more balanced. So once Jackie Fish fights me there, we will obviously do battle and we fight for money. And if he beats me again, he will push me back to my citadel, which is my final defense. And if he wins there, if he just destroys me again, he wins Tug of War. Now, hopefully he won't beat me that quickly, but just for example's sake, let's say I beat him at the Citadel, so I push him back to the castle. Since he has beaten me at the castle, I have to now attack him. So I have to push him. It's almost like I have to take back my castle and push him out of it. Push him out of it. But it's a pretty cool series, and that's really the overview. It's a really good name for this series, Tug of War. It's basically a tug of war. Very, very cool title for it. But that's generally the overview. So how we're gonna do the money is pretty simple. I go to a website called random.com or .org, and there's a little box where you can put the min number and the max number, and you hit go and it just randomly picks a number. So how this is going to work is that we are going to have a min of 500, and then for the first battle the max will be 1,500, and then after every battle we will add 500 to the max number. So after game 2 it'll be 2,000. After game 3 it'll be 2,500. So that way the odds go up of the cash prizes being being higher. So it's just a fun way, because like maybe you're losing a lot of battles, but the battles that you lost, the money wasn't that big. So it's not that big of a penalty. But if you do roll a large number, then you really got to win that battle. You got to take it. So I think that's a pretty cool dynamic thing about Tug of War. So, all right, what we're going to do now next is, this is a new rule that we're adding to the game. It's called traits. So let me just go ahead and let me do a custom battle here. Sorry, guys. All right, so just let me go ahead and tell you what the two factions are. They're going to be the dwarves. Jackie Fish is leading the dwarves of the Iron Hills, and I am doing Thranduil's Realm. So it's a little dwarves versus elves action. So anyways, moving on to the traits. Traits are like a little it's like little abilities that is special to each faction. For the traits of the Iron Hills, and Jackie Fish came up with these traits. I think it's a really good idea, and it's pretty fun, for the RPG element of the game. The dwarves have 2 traits. The first trait is something like the dwarven greed or dragon sickness. Basically, they start off with 1,000 extra gold. It's like a one-time thing. So like for the first battle, we both start off with 7,000 gold, and after that we add the money that we win throughout the battles. But Jackie Fish is actually going to start off with 8,000 gold because he has that Dwarven Greed. The second trait is like Dwarven Armor, or smithing, or something like that, where 4 of his units get silver defense. So, and it's completely free. So he's got silver defense, and it doesn't cost him anything. And that's his 2 traits. Now, for my elves of the Woodland realm, I've got 2 traits as well. I have kind of like the opposite of his armor trait. I've got like elven bows or elven arrows or something like that, where it gives I can upgrade 4 of my archer units to have upgraded attack. So he gets better defense, I get better attack. So that's one of my traits. My second trait is elven scouting. So I can once every 3 battles, I can ask him to tell me his army. So it's kind of like my ability, like the elves are really good at scouting and seeing things from far away and such. So one every 3 times, or 1 every 3 battles, I can check out his army and know what he's bringing to the battlefield. So those are the 2 traits. So if you ever see us like, okay, I'm going to use my trait here, you know what we're talking about. And the final thing that we're going to be talking about is upgrading units and such. So what I'm going to do, and this is just a personal thing, I don't think Jackie Fish is doing this, but what I like to do is put a black box around the units that I haven't upgraded to. So right now everyone is blacked out, but I believe I'll just go ahead and tell you what I upgrade for the first game. Anyways, the upgrades, you have 5 of them, and you can spend them any way you want. I believe in the last Tug of War, we couldn't do that. We both started out with like 5 infantry, 1 archer, 1 cav. But you can spend all 5 of your upgrades on infantry if you want. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but you can. So I spent my upgrades on the Woodland warriors here. This this 2 sword unit I don't know how to pronounce, so I'm not even going to try. I upgraded the Woodland Rangers. I upgraded my Woodland Horse Archers, and then I upgraded the Woodland Spearmen. So that's what I've got unlocked. So what's going to happen is after every round, after every game, we will be able to upgrade a new unit. So this is what it's going to look like. So let's just say after game 2, I decide to upgrade my archers to the 2nd tier archer unit. So I will take away that box and show you the unit that I upgraded, just to make it clear for you guys, because it can get a little bit confusing. There's a lot of rules for Tug of War, but I believe that's everything. I could be mistaken, but yeah, so the citadels that we're going to be fighting in are going to be unique to our faction. So I'm going to be defending an Elven citadel, and he's going to be defending like Moria or something like that, or not Moria, Erebor. But I think the castles are just going to be basic castles. But let me tell you. Okay, one more thing. There's a general penalty. If you lose your general, if your general dies in battle, you lose 250 gold. So whatever amount of money you won in the battle, you minus 250 if you lose the general. And at the end of every battle, there's going to be a results screen. So like when I say, "Oh, thanks for watching, guys," it will show the results. It'll show the upgrades that I got. It'll show the money that I won, and if I lost my general or whatever. So that will help you out if you're ever lost on like what's going on. But those are basically the rules. I know it's kind of like rambling on here. It wasn't exactly organized, but hopefully you have a good understanding of what's going on. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid to ask in the comments section. I will be happy to reply, or other people who have a good understanding. And of course, if you haven't watched season 1 of Tug of War, go watch it now, because there is just this feud between me and Jackie Fish, and he's crowned champion, and I need to take that crown away. And it all starts tomorrow, Monday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.